Previously on Big Brother Sim Edition 3D, Dustin went from the chopping block to becoming the next head of household, which Ada and Clay knew meant they were in danger of leaving. In the have-not room, Clay expressed judgment of Cece's life, causing her to storm off. With their friendship growing stronger, Dustin told Cece that Marky and Lakeisha were siblings, but did not let Marky know that they knew. After another cooking mishap, Ada started a fire in the kitchen, forcing the house guests to evacuate and caused Dustin to have an asthma attack, requiring him to momentarily be medically removed from the house. Who will become the next director? Who will Dustin nominate for eviction? And who will become the third house guest to leave the game? Find out now on Big Brother Sim Edition 3D.
Good evening, I am Sinead Barb, and thank you for joining us. Tonight, we are officially halfway through the game, and we will say goodbye to another house guest. But first, let's check in on Natalie and Phoenix to see who they choose as the next director. Last time we saw them, they were fighting over who to choose. Phoenix and Natalie, it is now time for you to name a brand new director.
It's been a long week, just Phoenix and I in the chamber. He has had a lot of time to talk to me about wanting to change the plans, but he waited until just before the moment of truth. I don't trust that behavior, so I want to still choose Cece. We will not be choosing Lakeisha this week.
You are so selfish.
Seriously. I, of all people, am not selfish. Not cool.
Last week, I coached Natalie into saying Marky and Cece's names. She is fully under the impression it was her decision, so I'm not going to shut up about her giving me my choice this week. I want to try someone more erratic, like Lakeisha or Ada.
Please give me the name of Week 3's director.
Last week, you narrowed it down to Marky and Cece, but it did not work out and Marky played it safe. I think that Cece would act the same way. We need an unpredictable player, and I am asking you to support me like I supported you.
I do not like any of this. Phoenix's wording sounds very manipulative, and it makes me think I did exactly what he wanted last week, so he could pull a favor out of his pocket and get his way again this week, otherwise I look bad. It's an incredibly unfair twist of the wrist, and I do not know what to do without proof. I do not trust Lakeisha.
It's not about trust.
Touché. It's week 3 of 6. This game is half over. If either of us want a chance to play long enough to justify the jury crowning one of us a winner, then we have to move back into the house soon.
Right.
Stakes are too high to rely on someone like Lakeisha.
Actually, I think that is exactly why we should rely on Lakeisha.
You're out of your mind.
I don't care. Natalie and I actually have the same outlook on our predicament. We do need to earn our way back inside ASAP. However, we have completely different ideas as to who needs to become the director.
Director days are always full of anxiety for me, because you don't know what to expect, but especially today, because I'm head of household, and the wrong person becoming the director and earning immunity could screw up my plans.
House guests, Big Brother has given me the name of the next director. This person will direct the course of this game by choosing one of 2 options. Big Brother will fulfill whichever the director selects. The director is also immune from eviction. This week's director is Lakeisha. Please make your way to the box office.
My name has been mentioned as a possible target every week. It feels good to finally get some power and know that I am immune from going home.
I don't think Lakeisha has anything to worry about with Dustin in power this week, but it does feel relaxing to know for the first time in this game that I don't need to stress for my sister.
I am so annoyed. I was going to nominate Marky and Lakeisha for eviction. Now Lakeisha is safe and I do not know what to do. If they are not both nominated against one another, it is not guaranteed that one of them goes home. In that case, I don't know if it is worth tanking my relationships with them.
I got this, everyone. This could be a huge turning point for me in this game. I have been painted as someone that I am not, and with the choices I make today, I could change the way people in this house view me.
This is a huge opportunity at a pivotal time. Lakeisha better not mess this up.
Lakeisha, welcome to the box office. As the director, you must choose between two scripts based on nothing more than their title. This week, your choices are between Director's Cut 2.0 or the sequel. Please make your decision now.
There's a lot of people in this house who would get PTSD if they heard the words Director's Cut again. But if I chose the sequel, what is it a sequel of? That could be even more dangerous.
House guests, I can now reveal that as director Lakeisha has chosen the sequel. However, what that means will remain a secret until further notice. Enjoy your night.
It is interesting to me that Sinead did not explain my choice when it was revealed. It makes me nervous about what the sequel means for the future. I hope it does not feed people's paranoia about me.
There are a lot of factors that might ruin my HOH this week. Lakeisha's now immune from eviction, which throws a wrench into my nomination plans, and I don't even know what the director's twist that I'm going to have to deal with will be. I am stressed.
I am so thrilled. Things are going perfectly for us this week.
We lucked out big time. Now Ada is going home for sure. Then Clay will have nobody.
Ada doesn't benefit me.
Exactly.
Let's turn these bad boys up.
Dustin is totally fooled. He will not nominate me. After this upcoming eviction, Lakeisha and I will seize control, and I do not think the others will be able to snatch it.
This week we evict Ada, then Cece, and after her Dustin sadly has to go. Clay is useless, let's drag him to the end. The scales are about to tip in favor of Marky and I. I am so excited to run this place with my little brother.
Lakeisha and Marky think that they can use me for my loyalty, but I refuse to be loyal to anyone who is not loyal to me. Cece, I do not know what to do. Marky and Lakeisha need to be split up. But now Lakeisha has immunity and nothing is guaranteed.
Oh, Dustin. You still need to take the shot. Throw Marky's ass on the chopping block and let's get him out. Their chances of winning skyrocket if you do not. Since Lakeisha has immunity, she and Marky cannot sit next to one another on eviction night, which means there's always the small possibility they'll both still be in the house next week. I understand how that could intimidate Dustin out of making the necessary strategic move. I expected it actually, because he was already nervous about targeting his best friend. Sit down with me and talk it through.
I am so torn, Cece. Another duo is Ada and Clay, and they are two people I could nominate beside one another.
Dustin, you will regret not nominating Marky. It sucks, but it's the game.
If I backstab Marky, I need you to look out for me because no one else will trust me.
You are my only alliance in this house.
I have learned a lot about people's true colors, and I know that if I want to win Big Brother that I need to start playing more selfishly, but I don't know if those traits are inside of me. This week will determine whether I sink or swim for the rest of the game.
I need to make a deal with Dustin for safety.
But who are you throwing under the bus? Is it me? Because Lakeisha is safe and Dustin is friends with Marky and Cece.
I'm throwing Cece under the bus. Dustin is friends with Marky. It was Alexis who was friends with Cece. If I don't, I will probably go home this week. I am in a lot of danger of leaving the house this week now that Lakeisha is safe. I need to put the target on to someone other than me, whether it's Cece, or even if it's Clay, but he does not need to know that. At this point in the competition, I can only look out for myself.
Come in.
Dustin.
Oh, hi.
You and I need to talk.
Sure.
Dustin, I know after what happened last week you probably want me out of this house, but Alexis was always my target. You were a pawn, otherwise you'd be a vote for her to stay.
I understand that, but you still put me at risk, which means I probably have to do the same to you. My easiest option would be to nominate Ada and Clay for eviction this week, but my smartest option would be to eliminate Marky while he doesn't expect it. My heart and my head are clashing, but even if I do backstab Marky, I need a pawn, and unfortunately for Ada, that will likely be her. Ada, I think there is a 100% chance you will be nominated for eviction, but that does not mean that you're who I want to send home this week.
Then who?
Maybe Marky.
What? Why Marky?
Marky might be playing this game even harder than Alexis was.
I don't know what to say, other than that is such a relief. I went upstairs to talk to Dustin, ready to throw both Cece and Clay under the bus, and expecting it not to work. Although Dustin said I would be nominated for eviction, he alluded to making a big move this week against his closest friend. I'm going to sit down and shut up, because if Marky leaves the house this week, that will be good for my game. If I survive eviction this week, we will have both used one another as pawns, and I hope we can say we're even and move forward together in this game.
I am willing to form a truce. I don't trust Ada, and I do think I'd be in trouble again if she was ever back in power. But for now, I'll tell her what she wants to hear, because there are bigger threats in this game to win than the retired old lady. I know I have to nominate Marky.
It will be emotionally hard.
It will be very difficult.
But this is a game.
And it's nothing personal.
Dustin pulls me aside into the storage room and I can sense that he is struggling with the decision, but is starting to understand that nominating Marky is what needs to happen. I'm relieved and will keep pushing him to make the big move. If we are going to get Marky out of the house this week, it needs to be a blindside.
I agree, but what if he knows I am lying?
We cannot afford to have him and his sister working overtime to make deals with other people so he stays. You have to convince Marky that he is a pawn and not in danger.
I will go talk to him now, but I am worried I am going to choke under pressure. He is my best friend. If I act weirdly, he is going to know that something is up.
Play it cool. If this blows up, you go home next week, and then I will after that.
I can't believe after how badly Alexis hurt me, that I am going to betray my best friend. But I have to keep reminding myself that Marky was lying to me first. What Cece says makes total sense. If I am going to send Marky home, he cannot know that is the plan until the votes are revealed. It makes the betrayal that much worse, but I don't want him and Lakeisha campaigning 24/7. If they think Marky's safe, they will chill and play it cool. I have to not only break the news to Marky that I am going to nominate him, but I have to somehow convince him that he's only a pawn. My anxiety is so high right now. You're not going to want to hear this, but I was thinking...
You're freaking me out.
For strategy reasons, I think I should nominate you as a pawn.
Are you freaking serious right now?
Us being so close makes us a threat to other people.
I have a headache. I am so frustrated. This shouldn't be a conversation Dustin and I are having. There is no reason to consider this idea, and these people might vote me out for being so socially connected in this house. Dude, please do not nominate me.
You'll be fine.
No, I won't be. These people will vote me out. You are wrong.
Nonsense.
Bro, I am looking you dead in the eyes and begging. Do not nominate me for eviction.
The plan is still for Ada to go home, but once that duo is broken, people will come for us unless I nominate you. Marky's upset and doesn't want to be nominated, but who would be? He knows that he'd be in a lot of trouble on eviction night, but I have to act stupid, when in reality we both know that he is right.
Dustin is being an idiot, but he has a big heart, so I have to make him feel bad. That way he changes his mind and nominates Clay next to Ada and not me. Hey sis, I need a hug.
Oh, what's wrong? Come sit down and talk to me.
I wanted to give you a heads up. I talked to Dustin and he is nominating me as a pawn.
What?
He doesn't realize I'll go home.
No, I will not let Dustin do that to you. I'll talk to him.
I am fuming. You don't nominate your allies for eviction. Dustin's stupidity will lose me this game.
Never did I expect that Dustin would nominate Marky for eviction. I cannot risk my brother getting voted out, so I have to convince Dustin to nominate Clay and Ada this week. We are not going to let that little runt screw you over after how nice we have been to him.
You have to talk to him and apply the pressure to nominate Clay. If he truly wants Ada to leave, he needs to understand Clay would stay against her, but I would not. I am so embarrassed and pissed off that I have to campaign to keep my ass off the chopping block when my best buddy is in power. He is playing a horrible game, and now I am reevaluating how to move forward. At this point, I think I need to start playing this game hardcore with my sister.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this kid, but we need to stay strong and get through this. Fiery Lakeisha is ready to come out, but I'm trying to contain her. I am going to make these people beg for mercy if they vote you out this week. They will regret making that choice.
No, you won't, because if I lose, then you need to win.
Chill, I'm venting. This doesn't add up to me. I know that Dustin is naive, but is he really that dumb? This could be a cover-up story, but for what? Why would Dustin want to put his best friend in harm's way?
I couldn't sleep last night. I am too worried about nominations today. I'm trying to figure out what I can do or say to change Dustin's mind, even though he seems as if his mind is made up.
I am filled with anticipation. Today is going to be a game changer for the whole season if Dustin goes through with this move, and I feel a tension in the air, but I don't know if Marky senses it too. Sorry buddy, you're going home. Wait a minute, these belong to Alexis. She was so confident she didn't even pack. Finding Alexis's clothes in the dryer is a good reminder of how well this house can come together to lie and blindside somebody, because she expected to go to sleep here in the house the night she went home. Unfortunately for Marky, he's about to experience the same fate.
Cece, I really need your help. Dustin wants to nominate me as a pawn.
I think it's a good idea.
Do you really?
I really do.
I feel so vulnerable this week and did not expect to.
It's a smart decision for your long-term game.
Really?
People won't view you and Dustin as a duo anymore.
Cece starts giving me the same regurgitated bullshit that Dustin said to me yesterday, and immediately this is a red flag to me. I don't know if Cece believes in what she is saying, or knows that agreeing with him will keep her safe, but my allies aren't making me feel very secure when I need them to the most. Clay would evict me, Lakeisha would evict Ada. Cece is the deciding vote. I wish I was getting better vibes from her this morning, because now I am even more freaked out.
My brother is a huge reason I was not nominated for eviction week 1 or 2. So now that he is in danger, I am going to march my ass up to that HOH room and put in that same fight for him.
Oh, hey Quiche.
Hey there, little man. What are you thinking? Nominations are soon.
It's a few hours before the nomination ceremony, so I am not surprised to see Lakeisha at my door. I expected her to attempt to save her brother using her and I's friendship, just like Marky used our friendship to save her. I have a master plan. I am going to evict Ada, but I will use Marky as a pawn. That way people in this house will assume he and I aren't as close as we are. I know that right now Lakeisha is playing stupid with me, because Marky obviously told her about my plan. I'm going to continue pretending I do not know their siblings. So next week when her brother is out of this house, she will maybe view my honesty as a reason to still trust me.
Dustin, that would be a mistake. Marky has your back. I am warning you as a friend. Don't do that to him.
There is nothing to worry about. I already know the votes. Clay will evict Marky, but you and Cece will evict Ada, and Marky will survive eviction.
You trust me. and I trust you. So believe me when I say the three of us could run this game. But not if you break Marky's trust.
But it will all work out.
I hope that both Marky and I disagreeing with Dustin, aka two of the people he is closest with inside of this house, is enough peer pressure for Dustin to change his mind and nominate Ada and Clay. If Marky is nominated, the dynamics of this game are going to shift once again.
Lakeisha is not as manipulative as she thinks she is. Her emotional reaction is quite telling. I have to be careful how I proceed with our relationship. As head of household this week, I have to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. The question on everyone's mind is whether I am going to nominate Clay or Marky beside Ada, and honestly, I still do not know.
I have no regrets about anything I've done thus far in the game. My bad position in this house feels somewhat situational. If I can survive the chopping block this week, the fracture caused by Dustin's betrayal of Marky might allow me to fly under the radar.
This was supposed to be the week that Marky and I became the king and queen pins of this house, but now we are fighting for my brother's survival.
My heart is racing. I do not know what is going to happen at the nomination ceremony, which is such a bummer, because realistically there should not be a reason for me to be nervous. One day, Dustin will watch this back, and if he nominates me, he will realize how big of an idiot he is.
I don't know if Dustin is going to have the guts to go through with backstabbing Marky, but I hope he realizes this is just a game and that it is what needs to be done.
Welcome to the nomination ceremony. My first nominee for eviction is
I am so nervous.
Ada.
Dustin, if you think I am the best person to get rid of this week, you are wrong.
You have caused drama, nominated me for eviction, started fires, and sent me to the hospital. But not one time have you ever apologized.
Play this game strategically, not personally.
My second nominee facing the eviction vote this week is
Good luck, Clay.
It's you, buddy.
For real, Dustin?
Marky, I adore you, but you are such a good player.
Come on, man. Seriously? I would have never done this to you. You're supposed to be my bro, but you played me for a fool on TV, just like Alexis did to you.
Well, that is rude.
It is true.
Dude, whatever. Anyway, guys, this meeting is adjourned.
All right, dude, shots fired. I told Dustin I wasn't comfortable being a pawn, and he completely ignored me. I now know that I cannot trust him the same way I thought that I could.
I am shocked that Marky is up for eviction before I ever was. He and I need to work hard together to lock in Cece's vote for him to stay and finally get that old hag out of this house.
This is huge and I am absolutely giddy. I did not think Dustin had the courage to go through with nominating Marky, but he did it. And now I have all the power as the swing vote, which means I get to kick out the biggest threat in the house.
Something does not feel right about this.
Dustin totally screwed you over. You didn't deserve it.
Moving into the Big Brother house, I promised myself to trust my gut, and right now my gut is telling me that something isn't adding up. This doesn't make sense. I hope Dustin and Cece aren't trying to pull the wool over my eyes.
If these people think they can vote you out of this house with no repercussions, they are wrong. I will personally win head of household and evict each and every one of them.
I am still in the house. Right now focus on keeping me here, not revenge.
I can multitask. The anger Dustin has brought out inside of me is going to motivate me to compete even harder. Regardless of whether Marky stays or goes, this move by Dustin will change my whole trajectory in this game. There's 3 weeks left, and they've just stirred up a whole lot of hell. That's what they did.
How are you feeling?
Scared for eviction night.
Remain calm.
I do not think Dustin would have nominated Marky if he wasn't serious about evicting him, but I worry about Cece's vote. Lakeisha does not like me. She will vote me out.
Lay low. Don't distract anyone from the plan to vote Marky out.
People do not like me in this house, so being nominated for eviction is a dangerous position for me to be in. This week will be decided by Cece's vote, so I cannot distract her from wanting to fulfill the plan to oust her friend, because she would easily switch her decision and get rid of me.
Yo, we're cool, right? Please calm my nerves. I am worried about tomorrow's eviction.
I got your back. I am voting out Ada. You need to secure Lakeisha's vote.
Thanks, Cece. I have your back too. I do think Lakeisha hates Ada enough to vote her out. I should be safe this week, but it is hard to not be nervous when you're nominated.
Of course I am lying to Marky. And no, I do not feel badly about it. I'm playing the game hard, just like he is, but we are still friends. Once we are out of this house, we are still going to go dancing. Nothing that happens in here strategy-wise changes that. If you have Lakeisha on your side, you are fine. Ada will go home this week. I won't miss her.
I'm trying to not let my paranoia let me spiral, but I can't shake this gut feeling that something isn't right about all of this. Lakeisha would never vote out her own brother, so if my intuition is correct, that means it is how Cece is going to vote that I need to be concerned about.
You can relax, and don't let your paranoia feed other people's paranoia, because then they might flip.
Thank you, Cece. You are right. I will try to appear calm for Cece, but I am not calm. There is no reason for these people to turn on me, unless they know my secret, but I did not tell anybody. I need you to be honest with me. Did you tell anyone our secret?
Are you kidding? No way.
You promise?
Yes, it doesn't make sense to tell anyone.
I guess I am paranoid. I don't know. Maybe it is just my paranoia getting the best of me, but something still is setting off alarms in my head and I cannot figure out why. But Lakeisha and I's secret is airtight. I can't decide whether or not I can trust Dustin or Cece.
Are you stupid?
Whoa.
He nominated you.
Yeah, but...
Do not trust them again. They've proven you're expendable. Let Cece and Dustin think you're still loyal to them after this. But play this game for yourself, not for the alliance that will put you at risk of going home. I hope that Marky survives eviction this week, so that next week we can get our revenge, because if it is him that goes home, my only choice will be to kiss the asses of the very people betraying my brother.
Marky is asking questions. I think that he senses something's wrong.
I hope he doesn't ask me anything. I'll puke. I hope that Marky is able to forgive me after this. I don't want it to cost our friendship. I feel so badly about what I have done. But it's the game. I never thought I would be the reason my best friend left the house. But now the other players will stop looking at me as a naive kid.
Wow! One of the biggest betrayals this game has ever seen. This season, the game is testing morals and friendships. It's time to now see how it all plays out. Good evening, house guests. It is sadly time for our third eviction. Nominees, you will each be given a brief moment to say some final words, and tonight, Marky, you're up first.
I did not expect when Dustin won HOH that I would have to give a speech tonight. But unfortunately, I do. I hope I can rely on my other friends to keep me safe.
Ada, it is now your turn.
House guests, I want to take the time to properly apologize for any frustration, upset stomachs, fires, or hospital visits that I've caused. I hope you show me forgiveness tonight when you walk into the diary room and cast your votes to evict. There are bigger threats than me in this game, and I am sitting next to one of them.
Thank you, Marky and Ada. It is now time to cast your votes to evict live. The nominees will not vote. Neither will Dustin as outgoing head of household. One by one, you will make your way to the diary room, and tonight, Lakeisha, you're first.
I have to support my little brother. Sorry, man. I should not have underestimated you as a player. I vote to evict Ada. Get that bag of bones out of here.
Without Ada in this house with me, I am alone and completely vulnerable. I vote to evict Marky.
Cece is our tiebreaker vote tonight. What will she do?
Checkmate. I vote to evict Marky. I am so sorry. I forgive you for lying about your sister. I hope you forgive me for lying about my vote tonight. Good luck to the both of you.
House guests, the votes are in and I have the results. By a vote of 2-1. Ada,
Yes, Sinead.
you're safe.
Oh, that's great news.
Marky, you have been evicted from the Big
What
Brother
the hell,
house.
Cece?
Please say
What
your
just
goodbyes
happened?
and walk out the front door.
I'm speechless. Now everyone knows who they can and cannot trust. Dustin, how could you do this to me?
I'm sorry.
Nah, I don't think you are.
It is so messed up to do that to your friend.
I didn't want to do it. I love the dude. It's purely strategy.
No worries, dude. You just proved to everyone that you need to go home next.
I thought you would understand.
Stop talking to me, dude. Be smart and win this game.
I am taking no prisoners.
That's exactly what I want to hear. Make them pay. Just be cool, calm, and collected about whatever you do.
I am glad we got to do this together.
Thank you people for voting him out and not me.
You're welcome.
I will miss you.
I'll miss you too. I can't believe how insensitive you are, Ada. I am so angry. These people will be punished for what they did.
How are you feeling about Dustin's betrayal? And can Lakeisha rebound from this?
I understand the logic, but Dustin made that move way too soon. The other house guests are now going to eat him alive. And I think Lakeisha's biggest battle will be with her own emotions.
Thank you for playing. Let's watch your goodbye messages.
Marky. Game recognizes game. I think you were the biggest threat in this house to win other than me, so you needed to be neutralized. I hope you know this is a compliment. See you in the outside world.
Marky, if you're watching this, I am just as surprised as you. I cannot believe your friends have done this to you. I will play as smart as I can to win this game for Mom and Dad. Love you, little brother.
Dude, the truth is, I overheard you and Lakeisha talking. I know you are both siblings. I wanted Lakeisha to leave this week, but that got ruined when she became the director. Your duo is too strong to leave together, which means unfortunately you had to go this week. I hope we can still be friends.
Wow. Suddenly things make a lot more sense. I underestimated Dustin. It's a lot to process, but there are no hard feelings. I had a great time.
House guests, please return to the living room. I have some exciting news. Tonight was such a success. Big Brother has decided to follow it up with a sequel.
That does not sound good.
Sinead, I am not in the mood for this.
It's sequel eviction night. By the end of the night, another house guest will be evicted and walk out the front door.
Oh no, I am sorry everyone. Please don't send me home.
Oh no. Good luck everyone.
You're about to compete in your next head of household competition. 5 minutes after the upcoming competition, the newly crowned HOH will nominate 2 house guests for eviction. Immediately following the nomination ceremony, we will have our second live vote and eviction. Please make your way outside.
This is going to be an intense night.
Who will fall victim to the sequel eviction and also leave the house tonight? Find out next time in our 4th live eviction episode. From outside the Big Brother Sim Edition house, I'm Sinead Barb. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Good night.